just figured this was a safe distance outside the blast radius. Whenever you want to see humanity's best hope for the future go up in smoke, just hit that button.
It's an honor, General.
Time to end the Institute, once and for all.
Holy shit. That was one hell of a bang, wasn't it? So that's it. The Institute is destroyed. It's finally over. You did issue the evacuation order, right? I didn't notice in all the chaos.
Yeah. We gave everyone a chance to get out.
Good. I thought so. It was just watching that explosion. I just hope as many people as possible got out. I hate that we had to do that. But they left us no choice. It was war. But now, the war against the Institute is over. The way is now clear for the Commonwealth to finally come together and build something good for the future. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows from here on out.
The Institute wasn't the Commonwealth's only problem. We've still got plenty to do.
I couldn't have said it better myself, General. The Institute was the most insidious threat we've ever faced. They kept the Commonwealth divided for centuries. But there are plenty of other problems left to deal with. I don't think the Minutemen are going to be out of a job for a long time yet. As much as I might wish it. We deserve to enjoy our victory. But soon enough, it's going to be time to get back to work. Hello. Sir.
Minutemen took down the Institute? They're more resourceful than I thought.
I'll send for you if I need you.
Elder.
I'm too busy to speak right now.
Communications array calibration test successful. All bands nominal.
Stray radio signals keep pinging the
Hold
array.
up, Knight.
Gonna try to
Let
filter
Knight.
it out.
Proctor Ingram?
So, any other tricks up your sleeve besides making the Institute disappear?
No. But I'm glad you approve.
Approve? Are you kidding me? That's an understatement. Now, I'm not so sure using the Minutemen to do the deed was the best idea. But you got the job done. And in my book, that's what really counts. Anyway, I'm not here to talk your ear off. Maxon's informed me that you're continuing your tour aboard the Prydwen. So I was hoping you could assist me with a long-term problem. Keeping the Prydwen hovering like this is putting a tremendous strain on the ship's propulsion systems. I can stay ahead of the repairs, and we have plenty of fuel to keep the fusion reaction sustained, but we're short on reactor coolant.
I'll be on the lookout. Don't worry.
Well, you can look all you want. You're not gonna find cans of the stuff laying around the Commonwealth. Here, take this list. It details exactly what you need to make a can of this special coolant. Find the materials, whip some of it up at any of the chemistry stations on the ship, and bring them to me. Pretty simple. If the coolant's good, then I'll even pay you for it, as per our retrieval compensation policy. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Good luck.
Next time you're running off, how about you invite your brothers and sisters to the party?
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Minutemen having so much firepower.
It should have been the Brotherhood.
Attention! This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation. Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
Can't pick this.
That's quite the crater you've manifested in the center of Boston. Marvelous work. Simply marvelous.
I was simply doing my duty, Proctor.
Nonsense. There's no need to be modest. You deserve all the accolades you've been receiving, and more. And despite popular opinion on this vessel, I feel that using the Minutemen to accomplish this feat was an inspired concept. You've minimized the Brotherhood's potential casualties by coercing another force, using them as virtual cannon fodder. Inspired. Sometimes I feel the Brotherhood has such a narrow view when executing its operations. Well, I've already taken up more than enough of your valuable time. If you still wish to procure technical documents or escort one of my scribes, please let me know.
Never did like this rust bucket. Oh, sure, the Prydwen's a fine ship, but put me in the field any day. And just like that, the Institute was gone in a puff of smoke. Thanks to the Minutemen.
Never expected the Minutemen would be capable of taking out the Institute.
The Minutemen took down the Institute. They're more resourceful than I thought.
Look, I'm really busy, and I'm not in the mood for talking.
Next time you run an op, how about you invite your brothers and sisters to the party?
I know I'm not the first to say this, but I appreciate what you did down there. The Institute got exactly what it deserved.
Cheer up, Proctor. We won.
I wish that I could. I just keep thinking about all the lives that were lost getting to this point. There was this one pilot in particular. Rico was his name. I've been on this ship long enough that I watched him go from a greenhorn wastelander to a lancer. Every day, after his duty shift, he'd come back here and we'd talk about, well, everything. Sometimes for hours. I remember the day Kells put him in command of a vertibird. He ran right down here to me and handed me a bottle of whiskey. I told him to keep it, but he insisted. He said I was his friend. Felt he owed it to me for keeping him sane all those years.
Sounds like a good man.
He was. Right before you got back to the Predwin, Kells told me he was shot down. Some punk with a rocket launcher got lucky and blew him from the sky. I don't know why I'm telling you all of this. It's not really any of your concern. I guess I just wanted to show you that there's two sides to every victory. Those who live to revel in it, and those who die making it happen. Well, I think I've raked you through the mud for long enough. Here, I want to give you this as a token of my gratitude for everything you've done. I hope the gesture means the same to you as it did to me.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you are injured.
Quite a collection you've got here.
Well, thank you. Most people don't appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do here. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn, the super mutant. I'm not willing to take a chance like that. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
No problem. I'd be glad to help.
I appreciate your confidence in my abilities, brother. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
This science won't know what hit it.
And just like that, the Institute was gone in a puff of smoke. Thanks to the Minutemen. Never expected the Minutemen would be capable of taking out the Institute.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Minutemen having so much firepower. It should have been the Brotherhood dealing the final blow to the Institute, not the Minutemen. Next time you're running off, how about you invite the brothers and sisters to the party?
Well, if it isn't the General of the Minutemen, the destroyer of the Institute, liberator of the synths, my only regret is we couldn't have been there when you did it.
Did the synths make it out okay?
Yes. And no. We got the synths out of the Institute, but the news isn't all good. Hate runs deep in the Commonwealth. A hatred of everything to do with the Institute. A hatred of synths. When people realized what was happening, we mobilized quickly and rescued most of the synths. But there were casualties.
They hated synths enough to just murder them?
Only a few hated synths enough to murder them while they were defenseless. But a hell of a lot of the Commonwealth despised them enough to let it happen. But most of the synths are safe. For now, at least. Our safe houses are bursting with synths. If you're up for it, we could use your help in smuggling them out of the Commonwealth. But even if you don't, everyone in the Railroad owes you a tremendous debt.
Desdemona has an op for you.
Desdemona.
Establishing Mercer's safe house is a sign we're on the road to recovery. Thank you for that.
Bet you never met a synth before Glory.
People of the Commonwealth slept soundly, for the greatest monster was gone.
Hey, Carla.
It took a lot of guts to do what you did. I know it couldn't have been easy.
What do you mean?
It's just not the sort of thing most folks could handle. Changing the face of the Commonwealth forever. It's hard to even wrap your head around. A world without the Institute. Lurking in the shadows. But that's the life the people of the Commonwealth will get to lead now. All thanks to you.
I didn't do it alone.
Sure. But we both know without you, none of this would have ever been possible. This is a brave new world you've ushered in. But I suppose it'll do.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
You interested in traveling together?
With you? I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Let's head out.
Well, all right. The Commonwealth can take a real toll on you if you let it. Seen
Piper.
This place make
Heading my way?
monsters out of men.
Watch your back. The Institute could be right behind you.
Hi there.
Hey, mister, that interview you did with Piper is really selling. Here's your free copy.
Who needs a haircut? Everyone needs a haircut.
That explosion came from the old CIT ruins. I mean, if you believe the stories or the history, could the Institute really have been destroyed?
New issue of Public Occurrences. View from the vault. An outsider's perspective on the Commonwealth.
The Minutemen are in town. You know, one of these days, I might sign up myself.
The number 3. I said the number 3. Thanks.
Do yourself a favor and just say yes. It's all he understands.
Swada can hit! Boom!
Need some custom hardware? We got a free workbench.
Thanks again for closing out the Nakano case. You never know where some of the hard ones are going to take you.
Ms. Perkins.
Always a trail to be followed.